This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Oh, drat, I was driving along minding my own business when that vulgar leech hit my Beamer with his pickup truck. I fear I've fractured my clavicle.
I say, old boy, don't simply put it in the hands of your insurance company to sort it out. Talk with the dedicated road solicitors at the Advocates Law Firm.
Pipe down, you old sod. The Advocates will see your case through to the bitter end and won't sleep a fortnight until they have victory in their grasp.
Jolly good, old man. Jolly good indeed. You get injured, the Advocates get results. AdvocatesLaw.com.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
Hello, away we go. Welcome to season 17, episode number 3678. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hawk. And you are in the Men's Room. On tap today, once again, we play Big Dummy. Ted's Meat and Potatoes has cooking rules that people ignore. We will play Profile This, plus headlines, Men's Room Shot of the Day, fun listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Clack, clack.
All right, here we go. The woman who wrote the book, How to Kill Your Husband, now needs to come up with another hobby. Turns out that Pope Francis hurt his knee and said he needs a beach, sun, and tequila to go get sloppy. Semi-crash in Indiana leaves chocolate-covered raisins and peanuts scattered across the road. Driver in Rochester needs to pay for fresh concrete in his car to be towed. And if you're the mayor, you can't fall asleep while hammered on the freeway. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. You call us. We will spin the category wheel. We will spin. There it is.
There it is. Wait a second.
It's our man, and we're waiting for you. You know, Miles spun it last week right on time.
Money.
I don't know what I'm just saying. When you're not here, people nail it.
I bet they did.
Yes, they every time. But we'll spin the category wheel, and then we'll ask you a question from that category. But here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right. Because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy has been the lovely and talented Danny, who thought drag racing was RuPaul running the 100-yard dash, and found a way to answer 16 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Well, of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy.
Be a contestant to play Big Dummy. Call 206-421-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live. And send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Oh,
fiddlesticks!
What, Wilbur?
We just got hit and I think my back is all been out of shape.
You gotta talk with those whippersnappers at the Advocates Law Firm. They're the best injury lawyers around.
What?
Pipe down, Clarence! Abner's telling me about the lawyers and the advocates. So what happened to you, Abner?
I was walking across the street with the light when some young punk came screeching around the corner. I lost a toe.
What?
Shut it, Clarence! If you get injured, the advocates get results.
AdvocatesLaw.com.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Hello, Patellos, away we go. Welcome to Season 17, Episode number 3678. What a large and a charged program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. Once again, head chef in the house, Ted's Meat and Potatoes. You have cooking rules that people ignore. They're not going to let the steak rest on the counter. Cook that stuff cold.
These ingredients we should ignore, can't ignore, or ones that people just do ignore.
That people just do ignore.
All right. Okay.
You probably do a few of them.
Like never put oil in your boiling water for pasta, right?
I would guess they never wait to preheat the oven.
These are a little more specific, and honestly, I'm not sure how many of them I completely agree with.
Okay. All right.
Like saying, I think people are fine to break these rules.
Okay. All right. So are you a rule breaker in the...
Ted's a cooking rebel.
Yeah.
Are you?
That's what they call me. The rebel chef.
Yeah, rebel chef.
I'm not sure that
I don't know if I want to be the rebel chef.
Does that not sound like a future Food Network show?
It does.
Patent the name now. Copyright it. Trademark it. Rebel chef.
Head chef coming up with some cooking rules that people ignore. Also today, as we head on over to the Odyssey app for the Men's Room Happy Hour.
Every time I cook something, I pop off a round.
9 out of 10 of my ingredients involve possum.
I'm the rebel chef. Bang, bang!
Everything has mayonnaise on it.
Duke smiles.
That's right.
Rebel chef.
Today we're doing traditional Thanksgiving possum.
Seasons everything with a salt pistol.
That's right.
Right?
None of that stuff.
You want possum or gator?
We're going to head on over to the Odyssey app for the Men's Room Happy Hour. If you don't have that Odyssey app, download it now. It's absolutely free. Hundreds of channels for your enjoyment. So many podcasts. I mean, there's so many different types of podcasts out there. Matter of fact, you could listen to the Men's Room Daily podcast if you happen to miss the show during the regular business hours. The Men's Room Daily podcast.
I'm unfamiliar with that.
If you have a weekend, let's say, Steve, you have a little bit of time, you're going to dinner, but you got an hour to kill or whatever. We have the Men's Room, what's it called, Mike? Men's Room Rewatch?
The Best of podcast.
Oh, the Best of podcast.
Yeah. The Men's Room.
Right, we got that. So you can always listen to that. And then, of course, live Monday through Friday on the Men's Room Happy Hour channel. You get us with more Men's Room, and today we'll get into another Dirty Big Dummy. And today it's going to be Back to the Well of Porn Stars, yes.
You could also listen to the Megacast.
You could.
The podcast.
Right, all the cast.
New episodes out now.
There is.
The greatest story never told. Have you never listened to that podcast?
That's still out there?
I don't know. I'm just going to say it is.
I mean, I think you should still get it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But today, a little Dirty Big Dummy on the Men's Room Happy Hour, and we have one actual porn star. The other three are not porn stars.
All right.
So one is a real porn star. The other three are made up. So that's how we're going to do Dirty Big Dummy. For example, Oliver Peaks. Is that a real porn star or not? Anita Sprinkle. Is that a real porn star? Sharon Lips.
I like her.
Yeah. Randy Trombone. Are these actual porn stars? Or are they made up? We're going to find out coming up with Dirty Big Dummy, which is always fine. And today is the day we actually play the game known as Big Dummy. It's an easy game to play. We spin the category wheel. You're either playing for Team Sober or Team Not Sober. Our biggest dummy so far this year, that would be Danny. Took her 16 questions to get one right. And as we had some members of the program under the weather last week, quite simply on the poll, it was, have you ever had COVID before? Yeah. And we put the poll up there. If you follow us on Twitter, Men's Room Live, no, won at 55%. That is a good thing.
Good.
Seems like there's another wave going around, so yes came in at 45%. That's how you do the quick math. So just about half of us that listen and play the game have had the COVID. All right, today on the Men's Room Poll, we're inspired from Sarah Silverman, believe it or not.
As we are on every episode.
Because we watch The View all the time.
Is she on The View?
She was on The View.
She was on The View or she's on The View?
She was actually
on
a guest.
Okay.
They said, hey, Sarah Silverman, why don't you come in here and be a guest on The View? And it was revealed in her interview there that she has a live-in boyfriend. And they share a toothbrush. Now, that might repulse some people. Others won't even flinch. But yes, Joy is a bear, called it disgusting. Sonny Hostin, I lied when I said I watched it every day, said it befuddled her. Sarah wondered why that should be considered gross when she and her boyfriend also kiss each other. And let's just say she said unmentionable places.
Sure.
Which kind of threw the other ladies off a little bit. Then Whoopi said, quote, look.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Do what you want to do in your house. And she sent the show to commercial. So Sarah Silverman, she shares a toothbrush.
It depends on the teeth of the other person. Mm-hmm. Like one person comes to mind. Right? And they said, you got to share a toothbrush with that person. I'd say, absolutely not.
Okay, how much money?
What? That person uses my toothbrush, hands it back to me, and now I have to brush my teeth.
That is correct. How much money?
Honest to God, man. I keep picturing this person's teeth, and it's just, they are so vile, and they're always caked. So picture those teeth. They're yellow, fine, but then they're like caked with stuff. You know what I mean?
We talking about a guy we used to work with?
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
but wouldn't that also say maybe they don't use their toothbrushes that much?
Yes.
So I don't want them to use mine. So how
They're
much
using
money?
Yours.
How much money would it take? In that particular guy's case, and this is just a one-time deal, like he's man, honest to God, like $8,000.
Okay.
I'm not kidding.
$8,000.
If that person used my toothbrush, handed it to me, and I got to use it right without like rinsing it up.
There's a chance you could get like a gum infection, I feel like.
Yes.
I feel like
you get rabies from that.
You might need more than that just to cover medical expenses.
Who were you thinking that we used to work with? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, like $40,000.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it.
I know.
Yeah.
He was breathing out his nose.
You'll encounter other
and
people that
smell
don't have the best breath, but that breath stands out as the worst of her.
It's called meth breath.
Oh, no.
He didn't enjoy meth.
No, he used to make his own meth.
Crack.
He made crack.
Yeah, he used to rock it up.
Okay. And then he stopped.
I think so, right?
I thought it was
maybe
meth.
it was meth.
Either way, it was not awesome, right? It really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're splitting hairs.
No, you're right. My bad.
And he had stopped doing
We
that.
should call him and find out. What did you used to make, man? Oh, I'm still doing it.
No, he had stopped. But I think that somehow ruined his teeth, breath. But
okay.
he had the hottest wife you've ever seen. It was unreal.
Crazy. She obviously had no sense of smell.
It's impossible that she did.
So today on our Men's Room Poll, we're going to ask you to share something. So obviously from that, we're going to say number one is a toothbrush. Who are you going to share it with? Whoever you think would be the worst possible person to share it with.
Right.
Okay?
I mean, coworker, family member, whoever.
You know. Number two, this would be your password. Password to what? Depends on what that person wants to know. Depends on what that person wants to ask you for. So whoever that person is, if you say, what password do you want? I want to look at your Facebook. Okay. All right. Well, what else?
Put it this way, not your bank account. Your finances are safe.
Mm-hmm. But everything else?
Everything else.
Yep. Got to give the password up. So password is number two. You share that password. So that person knows at all times what your password is to stuff he wants to get into. Mm-hmm. Sheet. Number three. This is an awkward. I've done this before. You're going to share underwear. This means you're going to share underwear.
Not loan it. You're sharing it
with another person. When they're done with it, they give it to you. When you're done with it, you give it back to them. You share. That's what sharing is. You share.
Sharing is caring.
Mike. It really is. So I wear the underwear, then I give them to you, Mike. Then you wear the underwear next. Then you give them back to me, and then I wear we share the underwear.
Gotcha.
All right. Problem with this was I can't remember the exact situation. I was at my brother's house.
Was this as an adult?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Oh. And I think what it was, to be honest with you, I was on my way home. I'd spent some time with other relatives. My brother had a washer and dryer, and as I recall, at night like 10 o'clock, and I'm still kind of upside down on time. I put a load of laundry in because I didn't have any clothes left. I left the clothes that night in the washing machine because we had started drinking, hanging out. I forgot. I woke up in the morning, but we had also scheduled a tea time to go play golf at like 9 o'clock. Yeah. So I wake up and my clothes are still wet. So not only did I borrow his underwear,
but why didn't you just wear the underwear you were already wearing?
Because I don't sleep in underwear. I wear shorts.
Now, what is your brother's approach into like, hey,
I don't have shorts, I don't have a golf shirt, I don't have underwear, I don't have socks. It's all in the washing machine. It's all wet. And I can't wait for it to dry because we've got to go. It's 7:30 in the morning. We got to get out of there. The underwear were the weirdest because he wears cotton underwear. And I haven't worn cotton underwear.
Are they boxer briefs or are they tighty whities?
They are the kind that are just like, they're higher. So they look like Superman shorts. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really have any legs in them.
Right.
They kind of come up, but they're not bikinis.
And they're not yours, which makes it even worse.
I have some boxer briefs that ride a little high.
Yeah, they're not like booty shorts, but they kind of come upward. It's the damnedest thing. I don't know. It's just, they're so weird.
They cradle.
They gapped a lot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Did he want them back?
I mean, I gave them back to him. I'm sure he did.
Oh, great.
Yeah, right. I mean, he could have thrown them away. I don't know. He did. And the fourth one is, of course, the share. You're going to share a sexual partner. So a lot of you do that right now, and you're not even aware of it. So it won't even be the big steal.
It's got to be a current sexual partner.
Your sexual partner, right?
Yeah.
If you're with somebody and say, like, hey, I really like you, like hanging out, but you know what? Also like your buddy Joe. So
right.
I hook up with him on every other week. So you're going to share something in our men's room poll. Will it be 1, a toothbrush, 2, a password, 3, underwear, or 4, a sexual partner? If you follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live, that poll is up there right now. Get there and vote. All right, the game is Big Dummy 206-421-ROCK. Steve, who is our first contestant, ready to play the big game?
Hello, Angie. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. Angie, are you on the
first one? I'm never the first one.
Good. You get picked first today. All right, Angie, are you sober or not sober?
I was sober when I was on hold, but now I'm teetering on not sober.
All right. Getting done quickly. I like that. Don't waste time. All right, Angie, our men's room poll. You got to share one. Will it be a toothbrush, password, underwear, or sexual partner?
Password.
Password.
What's the worst thing someone would discover with your password? Is there a picture you don't want people to see? Something like that?
Not really.
Okay,
well,
let me ask you a question.
Recently, probably some pictures.
I was going to say, can I have the code, the password to your phone?
It's called Put Me In, Baby.
It's called what?
Put Me In, Baby.
Cool.
Wow.
All right. Good for you, Angie.
I get the feeling I want to see that phone.
Okay.
All right. Here is your question. How many worlds worth... What's that?
I was going to ask for a quick favor from you guys.
Okay.
Are we cool with that?
Yeah. We don't know what the favor is. It's kind of a leading question.
Well, I'm not going to ask Joel to get naked into the helicopter.
Okay.
Well, what were you going to ask?
Actually, I was going to ask if I can give a shout out to my boyfriend who lives in Colorado who just started listening to you yesterday.
No, sure.
Okay. You know he's down there having sex with other people.
You had a better shot of getting thrilled naked.
Hey, Angie, why didn't you pick?
You really do.
You should have said sexual partner on this because I'm guaranteeing you, man, he's still having sex with somebody down there too.
Oh no!
You already have those. Yes, I'm telling you.
Well, you going to give him a shout out or what?
If I bomb, it's because of you, because you're listening.
All right.
Okay.
That's a hell of a shout.
That's a weird shout out. Hey, honey, I love you. If I suck, it's because you're listening.
All right.
Actually, every time I date somebody, I say that before I leave the house.
Wow.
Here's your question. How many worlds were in the original Super Mario Brothers?
I know this. Many rolls in the original.
Mm-hmm.
8.
Wow, one and done. Nice job, Angie. Very good. Okay.
I did not think she had a chance of getting the first one right.
I did not either.
I think that might just be an age thing. Like
I had no idea.
Because Super Mario, I mean, that was just such a massive game that everybody within, like, I don't know, a 10, 15-year age range, like, you played it so much.
Mike got it instant.
Do they have names?
Ooh.
I think they do.
Well, it gets, like, harder, and then some levels have a lot more lava and flames.
Right, but, like, when you get to that level, it's like, now I'm in Fireland, or...
Mm-hmm. Man, I don't remember. I just remember going to different levels, and then it got so hard. And you got and then like the jumping on the flagpole, like you're farther away, not as high.
So Super Mario Bros. 3 was the first Mario game to give the worlds distinct names. They were just called World 1, World 2, World 3.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK.
Guess who it is, Ted? James, welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores. James, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
Sober, James. Welcome to Big Dummy. All right, James, our men's room poll. You get to share one. Will it be a toothbrush, a password, underwear, or a sexual partner?
Underwear.
Underwear. All right.
Don't always have to wear them.
That's a good point. Okay.
Someone here says, my wife is in the dental field. She almost vomited when she heard the toothbrush story. Periodontal disease is what typically causes that bad breath.
Look, can you but is it contagious? Can you spread that? That's
okay. So it absolutely can be spread from person to person from sharing a toothbrush. Oh my God! We did not think we were at risk of our mouths becoming what his mouth is. I take that answer back, bro. There's no amount of money. If you run the risk of your mouth becoming what our former coworker's mouth, hell no. Oh my God. That's like a horror movie.
I'm going to brush your teeth with my toothbrush now.
You got 2 weeks to eat a steak. That's it.
Oh, no.
You don't be going to chew after that. All your food will be blended. Eat everything you can now.
God. All right there, James. Here's your question. Sorry, we just had to deal with that.
Oh, just the smell.
In what state is Yale University?
I'm guessing Maryland.
No.
Come on, Ted.
Yale is in Connecticut?
It is Connecticut.
Yeah.
Ted with that Ivy League action going on.
Well, everybody knows. I love the Ivy League, except you, Brown.
Yeah.
Where is Brown? Is that New York?
Cleveland.
No.
Think Pennsylvania?
Is Brown? I have no idea.
I think Brown is in...
We have no... Like, if your kid got accepted to Brown, you're like, Ivy League school, I'm so proud.
No, it's
where the hell is it?
So Cornell's in Ithaca, New York.
Cornell's New York, right?
That's Ithaca.
Princeton.
Is it near Philly? Is it Pennsylvania?
Rhode Island.
Oh, Rhode Island.
Brown.
Providence, Rhode Island.
On the podcast, right, you got to stop and take a commercial break, and then commercials will be added.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of joke around as we don't always know what the commercials are.
Right.
So one of them was for Harvard or something.
On your podcast.
On the yeah. It's somehow, trust me, I know. But somehow we got started ripping Brown. And now it's just a thing we do. And I know the wrestling coach there. I went to high school with him.
Damn, man.
You should have a personal tie and you rip the team.
Right. And then, like, one day I was in an Uber and the guy was like, I do this for fun. I actually went to Brown. And I'm like, it's a great university, but I hate it. He's like, why? And I'm like, don't sweat it.
I knew the wrestling coach.
Right. Real jackass.
Yeah. Todd was a stud. He never lost it to Matha.
Stud. All right, James, here's question number 2 for you. What burger chain was the U.S. first major fast food chain? It was not McDonald's.
Burger King.
Come on.
Ask it again.
What burger chain was the U.S.'s first major fast food chain? I'll give you a hint that'll give it away. They made a movie about it.
You said it's not McDonald's.
Not McDonald's.
Is it White Castle?
White Castle.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, James. Hang on the line for us, man. We'll get to you.
Bunch of 3 coming up.
I'm only halfway through that episode.
More Big Dummy on the way. 206-421-ROCK.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Bro, gnarly. What's up, Taylor? Dude, that nerd in his electric hybrid totally blew the light while texting his yuppie friends.
That's so bogus, bro. Are you hurt?
Yeah, like I can't move my hips, bro. I think I broke my pelvis, man. Dude, no way.
Taylor, you need to drop a dime and talk with the lawyers at the Advocates Law Firm.
No way, can't afford that, bro. Your crotch is broken, man, and they don't earn any money unless they win your case. Dude, no way. You get injured, the advocates get results. Contact them today at advocateslaw.com.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Big W is game 206-421-ROCK. We still have James on the line playing for Team Sober and working on question number 3.
Welcome back to the program, James. Here is question number 3 for you, multiple choice. What does the average human do the most during a day? Swallow, blink, or breathe?
Blink.
Breathe. It is breathe. So on average, you breathe 23,000 breaths per day. You blink about 16,000 times, and you swallow about 2,000 times. And in case you're wondering, during the course of a day, your heart beats about 100,000 times. Tell that dog to shut his mouth.
I'm walking away from her.
There you go.
Yeah. About time.
Mm-hmm. Walk away from that bitch. Leave that bitch behind. No one can get mad. I'm using the technical term.
Yeah.
All right, James, question number 4. What Stephen King novel features the characters Annie Wilkes and Paul Sheldon?
Misery.
Well done. My question to you, Mike, I know you're a Stephen King fan.
That is my favorite book.
Do you think that he would have guessed that had they not made the movie? I know her name from the movie, but I've never read the book.
Yes, I believe he would, because people know Annie Wilkes. However, Paul Sheldon is not one that people know all that well, and for him to just completely snap it, yeah.
And that was Kathy Bates and who was the guy?
James Caan.
James Caan.
James Caan.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Game is Big
like
Dummy.
4 people.
206-421-ROCK. I don't reference him by the book. I know the movie.
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm like, thanks for the movie.
It's on the book report, Skoda.
I've never read one of his books, but I've seen a bunch of his movies.
No, we all have.
Seen them all.
Hello, Jeremy. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, what's going on?
Hola.
Jeremy on Team Sober, Team Not Sober.
Hola.
Hola. Jeremy, you sober, not sober?
Not sober. California sober.
Uh-huh.
Okay, very good. All right, Jeremy, our men's room poll. You're going to share one with somebody. Will it be a toothbrush, a password, underwear, or a sexual partner?
Probably the underwear with my girlfriend.
Underwear it is.
Now this works.
What kind of underwear does she wear?
She wears some pretty sexy panties, man, but they're clean and they feel kind of good sometimes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I don't.
Maybe it has to be same-sex underwear.
Look, why?
Well,
he wears his girlfriend's underwear. He goes to the doctor for a physical. You know what I mean? Like, don't judge.
I just feel like that's much easier.
It is.
To wear panties?
Well, as opposed to wearing your underwear, yeah, I'd take some chick's underwear.
All right.
What if she's, you know... Hold on. Give us 1 second. What if this were the chick, his underwear? They're not particularly dirty or anything.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Will there be a slice missing?
All right there, Jeremy. You said you're...
Probably edible.
Oh.
No. I'm saying.
God.
How do you think the leg... How do you think the leg holes got
Ted
there?
is right. That would be the person. It's edible. Like,
is that a new cookie underwear?
I ate half a pack myself.
Exactly.
Here's a question.
What?
If you were wearing edible underwear on your own, would you eat it?
No.
At the end of my day?
Yeah.
No.
You know, I'm going to be honest, I'd take a nibble. Because at the end of the day, right, you've generated heat, you've sweat a little bit, which means the smell is going to be stronger. So it smells like, I don't know, Subway bread. And you open your pants, you're going to get undressed. Like, if my bedroom suddenly smells like Subway bread, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm trying to pee some my underwear.
I feel like if I took a pee, I'd just rip off a little snap.
You try doing it in a public bathroom. You want somebody? All right, here is your question.
Triple berry.
You said that you're California high, so this plays right into it. Because of customer demand, Taco Bell has put this discontinued menu item back on the menu permanently nationwide as of today.
Oh.
What is the menu item?
I didn't know it, but I could guess.
Man, I really hope this isn't a one-and-done situation, but I think it's the Mexican pizza.
It is a Mexican
I didn't know that was back.
He's truly California sober. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Oh, man, you could see my smile. I was crushed when they got rid of that.
I'll be honest with you, man. I rarely go to Taco Bell. When they had the Mexican pizza, that's the only thing I would get. Well, actually, I get like 2 of them. because they're easy to eat. They're delicious. Now that I know they're back, that's one of the few fast food products that get me to go to your restaurant.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK.
Seriously, I don't know what it is. But that will actually get me to go.
I can stop there, man. We've got the combo down here in Soda. We've got the KFC and the Taco Bell are together.
Hit it tomorrow, man.
I mean, I remember being a teenager, like when the first taco in our neighborhood, and that was like we get tacos, but we always got the Mexican pizza
every time.
I don't know if I've had one, so I'll get one tomorrow too.
Dude, I don't even know if it's good, but I love it. You know what I mean? Like I'd never say.
Come with ground beef on top or chicken or what?
I think you had a choice: ground beef or no beef. But I don't know if they had chicken at the time.
Okay,
but look it up. Hello, Cheyenne. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
Cheyenne, sober?
Definitely sober, yes.
All right. Men's room poll, you get to share one. Will it be a toothbrush, password, underwear, or sexual partner? Where are you going?
Gotta go with the password.
Password.
Okay. What's the most dangerous thing they can find?
I don't know, man. Probably, honestly, there's nothing all that interesting. Probably just the inordinate amount of serial killer documentaries that I watch on my Amazon account.
Oh, that would have been comfort to anyone. All right, Cheyenne.
Yeah. Cheyenne, that kind of bugs me, man.
What's that?
We're friends on Facebook. Sometimes he posts like a tough-looking rock picture.
All right.
And it's like behind these haunting eyes. Now I kind of believe him.
Oh, he's a serial killer. Why do you think he lives? You're in Wyoming, right?
No, it's South Dakota.
South Dakota, Ted.
It's just his name.
Why do you think he lives in South Dakota? Because the authorities stop looking for you when you get there. They're like,
Update. There's two types of Mexican pizza.
Ooh.
There's the vegetarian style, which is just the layer of beans.
Yeah.
And then there is the ground beef option.
Yeah. Somebody here says, I'm in line right now. I'm picking up 2 Mexican pizzas.
All right.
I just had 2 the other day.
Are you for real?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. They let you get it early if you had the app. So I had the app, so I got it early.
Serial killers and Taco Bell apps, brother.
Until they get you. That's that damn app always.
Yeah.
It's always the app.
All right, here is your question. Multiple choice. Which of Henry VIII's wives is buried beside him? Anne Hathaway, Jane Seymour, Gwyneth Paltrow, or Judi Dench?
I'm going to take a stab in the dark here. Judi Dench.
Anne Hathaway?
Nope. Anne Hathaway, I want to say, was married to Shakespeare. In this case, Jane Seymour.
Ooh, Jane Seymour.
Huh, I didn't know there was an original Jane Seymour.
Yeah, Anne Hathaway and Jane Seymour, both of them. I'm assuming that's where they got their names from, but Anne Hathaway was, what's his face, Shakespeare's bride or girlfriend or whatever the hell it was. And then, Jane Seymour was married to Henry VIII. And with that name, I can see why. All right, your question, what is the largest muscle in the human body?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's see. This is going to probably be more hilarious than correct, but is it the gluteus maximus?
It is the butt. It is indeed. Yes, the butt.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Big Dummy is a game, 206-421-ROCK.
Some people know it. Bigger muscles than others.
It's not the biggest one on my body.
I was going to make
my thigh muscle's got to be bigger than my butt.
I was going to make a pound cake joke, but I'll let that go.
Oh, no. It goes in like that. Trying to crawl back inside itself.
It's like 2 loaves of unleavened bread.
I got a better butt than that.
It's like dough that almost proof.
I'm not hungry anymore.
You know when you try to make 2 pancakes at once, but they kind of bleed and touch and form one thing?
Steve will show you a picture. You will lose weight.
I don't understand what happened. Hello, Pete. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, liquor and horse.
Hola. Liquor and horse. Pete, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober.
All right, Pete, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. You get to share one. Will it be a toothbrush, password, under... What is it?
Seattle Speedball.
The Seattle Speedball.
Coffee and a joint.
Oh, I see.
All right. Thank you, Ted.
All right, you get to share one on our men's room poll, Pete. Will it be a toothbrush, password, underwear, or a sexual partner?
Share the password.
Password. All right.
By the way, somebody here says Anne Hathaway is still alive. Yes, the actress Anne Hathaway and the actress Jane Seymour are both alive, saying there was an original Anne Hathaway who was married to Shakespeare. If she is still alive, I am impressed. All right, Pete, here is your question. What is the capital of New York State?
I'm sorry to say I know this. It's Albany.
You're sorry to say you know that.
I'm sorry that I know things.
That's exactly.
I apologize that I'm not a moron. Hope that doesn't upset anyone too much.
Game Big Dummy, 206-421.
Hello, Casey. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, guys.
Hola.
Casey, sober, not sober?
I'm working on it, not sober.
All right. Casey, welcome to the program, Big Dummy. All right, you get to share one on the men's room poll. Will you share a toothbrush, password, underwear, or a sexual partner?
Well, I mean, since no one's picked it, I'm just going to go with the sexual partner.
Do it. Sexual partner it is.
You think you'd be the winner? Would you be the winner or loser in that scenario?
I would be the uninvolved party, probably.
The uninvolved party.
You just videotape us, man.
We don't need to do movies, dinners, things like that. You do that with the other person.
Yeah, you're good back there.
Yeah, conversations.
Watch from afar.
Time together, all that. Sleepovers.
All right, Casey, here's your question. Yale, Harvard, Columbia, or Brown, Ted? Which university presents the Pulitzer Prize for journalism?
Yale, Harvard. I'm just going to shoot in the dark. Yale.
Brown.
Nope.
Harvard?
Columbia. Everyone's top choice.
I should know that.
Why should you know that? I know you were nominated for 7 Pulitzer Prizes.
I had a buddy
for your cookbook, The Rebel Show.
I had a buddy that played football there for a couple of years, so he just filled me up with so much random Columbia knowledge.
What do you got, a buddy at every Ivy League school?
Every Ivy League school.
You coach or a buddy? Who goes to Cornell?
I don't know if I knew anybody that went to Cornell.
You got Brown covered. You got Columbia covered.
You have Harvard covered?
Yeah, I know a few Harvard people.
Okay, of course you do.
Yeah.
Yale.
Man, do I know anybody who went to Yale? I'm sure there's a DeMatha connection. Most of it's just DeMatha stuff.
Yeah.
Still, and then
but you still know somebody.
Then I played Pub League with somebody that went to Harvard.
All right.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were a genius.
Everyone I know is stupid.
Everyone I know is JUCO.
Oh, it makes you feel any better. My buddy that went to Columbia, he didn't last.
He still went.
How long did he make it?
I say it might have only been a year and a half.
Was it grades? Was it partying? Or was it grades because of partying?
It was more of, he was just like, this sucks.
Okay.
He's like the football facility wasn't very good.
All right.
And then, when you're 18 or 19 in college, you want to go to like house parties and stuff. But it's in Manhattan. It's up by, it's up by, I forget the name of the neighborhood, Apollo Theater.
Harlem.
Right, it's up by Harlem. So he's just like, it kind of sucks. There's only like 2 bars to go to that'll let you in with bad IDs. So he just kind of left.
These are the things that young college
they
can
make
do.
you wear a seatbelt when you get in the car.
All right, Casey. Here is your question. What book starts with the line, "Call me Ishmael"?
Ooh.
Okay. Well, all right. Before I answer that, about 6 years ago, I called in and I got to 16 wrong before I finally got a good one. But we're not gonna make it there today. It's Moby Dick.
Done.
Okay. One and done.
I look at one point. Hey, last time I called
him. Right now.
That's dumb as hell.
Yeah. But now?
I thought it was Old Man in the Sea. I knew it had something to do with fishing.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Then I ordered Babel. How the game is Big Dummy, 206-421 Rock.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Scott. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, fellas.
Hola. Scott, sober, not sober?
I'm driving, so...
You are so... I'm drunk as hell. Yeah. Men's room poll, Scott. You get to share one. Will it be a toothbrush, password, underwear, or sexual partner?
I'd rather share a sexual partner.
Sexual
There's no
partner.
question.
Seems like sexual partner is almost safer than a toothbrush.
But here's my question.
You can't put a condom on a toothbrush.
Well, you can. It's just not effective. So do you currently have a sexual partner?
Yes.
All right. Who are you going to share her with?
I think she picks that person.
No, he's got to pick. Which one of your dude friends are you going to invite?
Whichever one will take her. I don't care. They're clean. They're clean, nice guys. I don't care.
You've been together for a while. You can tell. I don't care. Gary, what are you doing Thursday?
Whoever she thinks is nice.
I want to go bowling. She's horny. I'm not in the mood.
That's a good question. If I had to pick the dude, because generally I think it's the woman that's like, hey, I'm going to go hook up with this guy.
Because that's generally how it works. Yeah. But I'm saying in this case, you get to pick. She's like, I just wanted to be another guy.
You pick like Gary Coleman or somebody. You know?
Now you got to go with your group of friends.
Oh, okay.
I got to go with who I think would be the lamest in bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, like, that's my first thought. Like, he doesn't have to be ugly.
You're also going to find out which one of your friends are full of BS.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
My wife said your penis is not nearly as big as you've been saying.
Yeah.
When she was happy to see my penis, I recognized that yours is tiny. She clapped when I opened my pants. This has not happened. Oh, Lord Jesus, you're back.
It's sometimes sexual prowess, too. Mm-hmm. Like, size is fine, but it's like, how long did it last, or this or that?
Sure. All the things.
That's what Ted to tell you. I practice tantric sex. Good night. All right, here's your question. And then lock me out.
Right?
Tomatoes are...
Come back in 6 hours, player.
And not before then, unless you want some stink. All right, your question.
Oh, man.
Tomatoes originated on which continent?
That'd be the Americas. North America.
South America.
Nope.
That's a bold answer, though. Just take both of them.
Well, no. Believe it or not, and this will ruin a future Big Dummy question. And I want to say it's Portugal, Spain, most Latin American countries, and one other country I cannot think of. Students there are taught that there are 6 continents. There's Asia, there's Europe, there's Australia, there's Antarctica, and then North and South America are one. Huh. It's just called the Americas. So I kind of wanted to give it to you, but yeah. Don't worry, I just found that out today.
You know there's somebody in the car be like, it's not Italy. No, it's not.
All right. Your question, which planet is named after the god of love?
God of love?
Yep.
That'd be Venus.
Ta-da! You don't actually think about this. When you think about, like, Italian cuisine, traditionally it's tomatoes and pasta, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Well, the pasta came from China. The tomatoes came... What were they eating before all of this?
Lots and lots of fish.
If you live on the coast...
Fish and cheese.
I figure in the middle of the country, because right now in the middle of the country,
fish sandwich at McDonald's.
They grow
cheese.
They grow a ton of tomatoes, but they weren't there. So at some point, they did not have pasta or tomatoes.
Probably more of a Greek diet.
Ooh, no wonder they're like, give us pasta, tomatoes, just please.
No, the same, basically. More Big Dummy on the way. 206-421-ROCK.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.